think the most important thing about today is that I haven't lost the will to live. The thing is, I don't know if anyone who is involved with Teen Wolf in any way will ever watch any of these videos. Whether that means actors or Jeff or writers or makeup artists or crew or production, or producers, anything. I don't know if anyone who works on Teen Wolf or works for MTV will ever watch any of these, but what I just have to say is thank you so much for this episode. Thank you so much for The Fox and the Wolf, because it was getting to that point in the season where there was just so much sadness and so much drama that, quite frankly, I was losing the will to live a little bit. It was just seeping into every aspect of my life. If you watch the other videos, I nearly vomited last week. I was just so worried and break down in the middle of the week crying. Other people can notice, they'll just come up to me, they'll be like, Teen Wolf, again, okay, you do that. You know, you just, after all of that, and it's wonderful, it's great, and I'm still watching, but after all that sadness, you just need a little break. But this was constructed in such a way that we got a break without having, fluff. It wasn't a filler episode. It was explanatory. We just got so much backstory, and it was so in-depth and detailed, and it's Teen Wolf, there's still gonna be pain, but it was just so nice. I'm sitting here reveling in all of the history and all of the connections between this plot and the season 3A plot, and it's just I'm baffled, and I'm a little bit in love with it. I'm more than a little bit in love with it. So everyone that works on Teen Wolf, everyone that has anything to do with this episode, thank you for this. Thank you for giving us the break that we needed without making it a suddenly happy episode in the middle, without trying to find a way around all the drama. It was still dramatic. It was still on the edge of your seat, don't blink because you're gonna miss something. Everything's really high energy. It's just not make me wanna vomit kind of sad. And that was the episode of Teen Wolf that I really needed today. So let's see. Recap of things that happened today. Mostly history things happened today, which I absolutely love. Also, A+ for Art and Joe. A+ for you. Gold star, baby girl, oh god. You're so talented. You are a ball of sunshine, and I love you. You're killing it in the fashion world in both. You know, modern Art and Joe with Kira, just all this fun, fashion, funky, cool stuff, and then you get period clothes and it's just you're so pretty! Killing it, talented with two different characters, two different equally badass characters. It was a bit of a plot twist with the woman who turned out being a wolf. I probably should have caught that with the I know that you get migraines once a month sort of thing on a show about werewolves. That probably should have been more obvious than it actually was for me. But I like that. I think that was nice. I think the other thing about it is that, yes, it showed Kira's mom that wolves and foxes can work together when they have a common enemy, which obviously is really great for all the Skira shippers because, hey, Scott and Kira, they work really well together. Even when there wasn't a common enemy, even when they were just kind of chilling in class together. I thought that was really nice. Yeah? Cool. Okay, really tiny side note, Parrish with the lightsaber reference. And then right after that scene, we got the little mini force. I like to call Derek Papa Wolf, even though he isn't technically a father, but it's just our sort of mini Papa pack. Papa Argent and Papa Stalinsky and Papa Wolf, Mr. Derek Hale, and they're just all cohesively together in the office talking about saving Styles, which everyone knows is my favorite subject. Let's just save Styles from everything, from all harm. Put him in a hamster bubble. Not really. Let's not do that. And just working together, and the sheriff saying, I need your help. It was a wonderful moment, and they played super emotional music in the background, and I cried a little bit. And I died inside. The one thing I will say about this episode is that there was a severe lack of my favorite side characters. It was just there was no Lydia. There was no Peter. There wasn't even any Malia. Okay, like they kind of just skipped the whole part where like Malia showed up to talk to Scott. No, we never get to see the important in-between bits. And that makes me a little sad. Because I was totally looking forward to seeing that scene. And then we didn't get to see it. We all knew that the medic was going to die because he was nice and he was cute and he was in the past. So obviously that wasn't going to end very well. It was painful. Even though we only knew him for this one episode, Teen Wolf was constructed in such a way in which I was crying anyway. Yay! And I was crying when the little boy died, and I was crying when, like, all the people got stuck in the dead end, and the new Kitsune showed up and tried to kill them. Succeeded in killing them, not actually tried, just, like, succeeded. Hardcore succeeded. Other super intense things. They made a huge point out of the fact that Derek was the king on the chessboard. The instinctual reaction is, the king is the most important piece, oh my god, it was Styles, and he made Derek the king, and oh my god, it's Derek, ah! Which is a valid reaction, just not mine, because I'm not personally a Derek shipper, but I understand where you're all coming from, and I think that that's an awesome moment, and I'm so glad you get to put that in your little shippers catalog. Mostly what I saw was Papa Ardent picked Isaac up off, he wasn't on the board. As far as the new Kitsune is concerned, Isaac's already out of play. So he's a pawn, he's disposable, and he's off the board. And Chris didn't choose to bring that up. That, you know, oh, Isaac's in a hospital dying, and look, Isaac's not on the board. Do you think that that has any correlation whatsoever? Maybe? No, whatever. Let's just keep talking. But the sheriff points out that Derek is the king. There are some reasons that I agree with Derek being the king. Derek is a very important player. Yeah, there's the whole thing that the sheriff was saying about being heavily guarded and whatever, which I don't think is necessarily true. I mean, Derek is pretty emotionally guarded, but I mean, even when he had the alarm, it's not like the loft is really the safest place in town. No, you had a security system and you still had a bunch of uninvited guests that just like to walk in. But I think the other thing that's important to think about kings, yes, they are the most valued piece. If you lose your king, the game is over. It's done. And I know for a lot of us, I mean as fans, like, if we lost Derek, I'd be pretty done. I'd probably still watch the show, but I would just be dead inside for at least a little bit, at least a long while. Just done. But mostly what I like to think about when I think about the king is that they can only move one space in each direction, and I know that Lyndon was talking about this on Wolf Watch, but the king essentially is useless. He's completely dependent on all of the other pieces surrounding him. And listen, if you've watched any of these videos, you know that I have a deep, passionate love for Derek Hale, and I do not think he's useless. What I think is happening, though, is I think the new Kitsune is trying to tell him that, yeah, you may be the king, you know, you've got all of these other players going around or whatever, but you're helpless. This game is unfolding around you, and you are powerless to stop it. You just have to let the game play out and hope that you don't die. So, in that sort of a manner, it could be sort of like a taunt from the new Kitsune. Or maybe not. Maybe the new Kitsune wants us to think that he thinks that Derek is the king. I guess we'll just have to sit around and wait to see what Jeff has in store for us. I'm sorry that this probably took so long to put up, because I got really behind in schoolwork. I think this might be a good time to stop for some feedback from somebody else, so it's time for...
Briana's Leahy Lover Moment.
Don't watch Teen Wolf. All Teen Wolf will do is nearly kill off your favorite characters. And then not talk about them. For 2 whole episodes. No big deal. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm a little bit angry. Just a little. Teen Wolf always does this, and it's probably what I hate most about the show. They will literally just kill off characters like that. And then they don't care about them. At all. And Isaac's not doing too hot. At all. I mean, you might not remember, considering we haven't talked about him in 2 episodes. but he's currently lying on his deathbed in the hospital because he got electrocuted. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. They made him into a wolf shish kebab and they haven't said a word about him. You can't just do that. That's all I have to say, considering Isaac hasn't been in the past 2 episodes. See you next week, where they probably possess Isaac and then proceed to kill him off. Bye.
Briana's Leahy Lover Moment.
Thanks, Briana. So I think that's just about it for this week. Next week's gonna be super intense. Just like always. I feel like I need a special sign-off message, sort of like Jill. I wish I was Jill Wagner. What an A+ person. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you survive the week, I'll see you next Monday.